Have you ever wondered why love feels so simple with some people, but so complicated with others? Why you can open your heart to one person so easily, but with someone else, it feels safer to keep your guard up? Why you find yourself chasing someone who can't give you what you need, or pulling away when someone tries to get too close? The truth is, none of this is random. The way you love today is shaped by something much deeper, the very first relationships you ever had. Long before you had words for love, you were already learning what love felt like, and those early experiences built an emotional blueprint inside you, what psychologists call attachment styles. But attachment styles aren't just personality quirks. They're powerful patterns that shape the way you connect, how you give love, how you receive it, and how you react when things get hard. They can influence whether you feel safe in a relationship or like you're always one step away from being abandoned, rejected, or smothered. The amazing thing is, once you understand your attachment style, so much starts to make sense. You finally get why certain patterns keep repeating. You realize the behaviors that used to confuse or frustrate you aren't flaws. They're survival strategies you learned long ago. And most importantly, you see that change is possible. You can heal, you can grow, you can create relationships that feel secure, steady, and real. In this video, we'll explore together what attachment theory actually is, how attachment styles are formed, the four main types, how they show up in everyday life, and how you can move toward healthier, more secure love. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're not robots. We're not perfect. We're people, shaped by our past, but not limited by it. And once you understand your own blueprint, you hold the power to rewrite it. Let's dive in. Attachment theory began with the work of British psychologist John Bowlby. He believed that our earliest bonds, especially those with our primary caregivers, shape how we view ourselves and others for the rest of our lives. When we're born, we're completely dependent. We cry, we reach out, we seek closeness. This isn't weakness, it's biology. We're wired to connect because connection means survival. But how our caregivers respond to our need for closeness determines how we feel about connection as we grow older. If a caregiver is attentive, emotionally available, and responsive most of the time, we internalize a message: I am worthy of love. Others can be trusted. But if a caregiver is distant, inconsistent, emotionally volatile, or absent, we may internalize a very different message. Love is unpredictable. I must earn affection. Needing people is dangerous. Mary Ainsworth, Bowlby's colleague, built on his work. She developed a famous study called The Strange Situation, where infants were observed during separations and reunions with their caregiver. Their behaviors, crying, clinging, exploring, revealed different patterns of attachment. These patterns didn't stop in childhood. They laid the foundation for how we behave in romantic relationships, friendships, even at work. Attachment styles influence whether you feel anxious when someone doesn't text back, whether you need constant reassurance or prefer emotional distance, how you argue, whether you fear abandonment, whether you push people away without meaning to. It's not about blaming parents. It's about understanding how your emotional programming was written and how you can begin to rewrite it. If this content is making sense to you, click the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Our emotional map is drawn early. By the time we're toddlers, we've already developed expectations about relationships, whether love feels safe or uncertain. Here are four major childhood factors that shape attachment. 1. Emotional availability of caregivers. Were your parents or guardians emotionally present? Did they notice when you were sad, scared, or excited? Did they comfort you or tell you to toughen up, stop crying, or calm down? When kids are consistently soothed, they learn that emotions aren't dangerous. They learn to trust both themselves and others. 2. Consistency and predictability. A child needs to know what to expect. If affection comes one day and coldness the next, the child becomes hyper-aware and emotionally sensitive. They learn to monitor their caregiver's mood constantly. That becomes anxiety in adult relationships. Are they mad at me? Why didn't they reply yet? What did I do wrong? 3. Touch and physical closeness. Children need physical affection. Holding, hugging, soothing touch. It builds emotional safety. When that's missing or used manipulatively, like being withheld as punishment, it shapes how comfortable or uncomfortable we feel with intimacy later in life. 4th, verbal and nonverbal communication. What tone did your caregiver use? Were your emotions validated or ignored? If your feelings were dismissed or minimized, you may struggle to express your needs now. You may think, no one really wants to hear how I feel, or I'm too much. These early dynamics become our normal. Even if they were unhealthy, we often repeat them later because they're familiar. But understanding this isn't just about looking back. It's about recognizing that these childhood strategies were survival tools. As adults, we have the power to update them. 1. Secure attachment. People with secure attachment tend to feel comfortable in relationships. They can ask for what they need without fear. They trust their partner and themselves. They handle conflict with curiosity, not panic. They give and receive love freely. In childhood, they experienced a stable emotional environment. Their caregiver was reliable, attentive, and validating. So they grew up believing that love is safe and available. As adults, securely attached people tend to communicate clearly and kindly, express their emotions in healthy ways, take responsibility during conflict, support their partner's independence, stay steady through ups and downs. They're not perfect, but their emotional foundation is strong, and they can often help insecure partners feel more secure if those partners are open to growth. 2. Anxious, preoccupied, attachment. Anxiously attached people crave closeness, but often fear they're not truly loved. They may need constant reassurance. They often read between the lines, searching for signs of rejection. They might overthink small things, a delayed text, a vague tone, a cancelled plan. This often comes from childhoods with inconsistent caregiving. Sometimes love was present, sometimes it wasn't. So the child learned, I have to work hard to be loved. As adults, this becomes emotional hypervigilance, common signs, texting repeatedly when someone doesn't respond, feeling devastated by small slights, sacrificing personal needs to please a partner, becoming jealous or possessive easily, feeling unworthy of stable love. Their biggest fear is abandonment. They don't just want love, they need constant proof of it. If you identify with this style, you may feel like you're too much, but you're not. You're just someone whose nervous system learned to be on alert. And with time, you can learn to feel safe, even when love isn't loudly performed. Avoidant, dismissive attachment. Avoidantly attached people value independence above all. They often struggle to open up. They may feel overwhelmed by too much closeness. When things get emotionally intense, they pull away, sometimes abruptly. This often stems from emotionally distant or critical caregivers. The child learned early, if I depend on others, I'll be disappointed. So they learn to meet their own needs and avoid emotional risk. In relationships, they might downplay their feelings, withdraw during conflict, keep secrets to maintain control, feel smothered by intimacy, end relationships prematurely to avoid vulnerability. They're not cold-hearted, they're self-protective. Closeness feels dangerous, because in the past it hurt. Avoidant types often attract anxious partners, but this dynamic creates a painful loop. The more one chases, the more the other runs. If you're avoidant, the path forward means letting others in, slowly, with boundaries, but bravely. 4. Disorganized, fearful avoidant attachment. Disorganized attachment combines the anxiety of the anxious type with the emotional distancing of the avoidant. It's a push-pull dynamic. They want love, but don't trust it. They fear abandonment, but fear intimacy too. This style often comes from trauma, abuse, neglect, or frightening caregivers. The child learned, the person who's supposed to protect me also hurts me. So the brain developed a split strategy. Approach, then retreat. Connect, then push away. Hope, then sabotage. As adults, disorganized individuals may act hot and cold in relationships, have intense mood swings, struggle with trust and self-worth, enter chaotic, sometimes abusive relationships, fear both being alone and being close. They often carry deep shame, believing they're too damaged for love. But that's not true. This style requires deep, intentional healing, but it's absolutely possible. Attachment styles affect more than romance. They shape how we function at work, with friends, and even how we parent. In romantic relationships, anxious types often overfunction. They give too much, too fast. Avoidant types underfunction. They withhold, they retreat. Disorganized types fluctuate between both, creating emotional instability. Secure types model healthy, stable love. Common conflicts. Anxious people feel abandoned by avoidant partners. Avoidant people feel suffocated by anxious ones. Disorganized people create chaos and then withdraw. Secure people stay present, listen, and respond rather than react. In friendships, anxious fears being excluded. Avoidant keeps things surface level. Disorganized has unstable, intense bonds. Secure builds mutual, trusting connections. At work, anxious types may overwork to gain approval. Avoidant types may detach and avoid collaboration. Disorganized types may struggle with authority or inconsistency. Secure types tend to lead with empathy and clarity. Recognizing your pattern is the first step to interrupting it. Yes, attachment styles can change. They're not personality types, they're emotional habits, and habits can be unlearned and rewritten. Healing comes through safe, stable relationships, therapy or coaching, emotional regulation practices, conscious self-reflection. A securely attached partner can model what healthy love looks like, but even if you're single, you can begin reparenting yourself. That means giving yourself what you didn't receive as a child: patience, compassion, consistency. The brain is flexible, the heart is resilient. Your attachment style is a story, and stories can be revised. Healing doesn't mean you'll never feel fear or doubt again. It means you respond to it differently. Here's what helps. Name your patterns. Journaling is a powerful tool. Write down your triggers. Notice recurring fears. Challenge your inner dialogue. Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I am learning to love and be loved." Learn to self-soothe. Practice breathing techniques, grounding, and mindful emotional expression. Set and respect boundaries. You're allowed to take space. You're allowed to ask for connection. Seek secure people, not perfect people, but consistent, emotionally aware ones. Ask for help. Therapy isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Moving toward secure attachment takes time, but every small act of courage counts, and the reward is freedom from fear, from shame, from patterns that no longer serve you. Your attachment style is not your destiny. It's a reflection of where you've been, not where you have to go. When you understand the roots of your patterns, you gain power over them. You stop acting from wounds and start responding from wisdom. The goal isn't to become perfect. It's to become aware, to become present, to become someone who can give and receive love without fear. You are not too broken to be loved. You are not too much. You are enough, exactly as you are. Thank you for watching.